Yo, 87, baby. So, episode 87 means, dude, it's crazy. We got 13 more to go, and then we're at 100. That's crazy to think about, dude. I think that I just started one day, and it got me to where I am now. I'm just thinking about all the progress I made and all the what I've talked about, the kind of the journey. It's been pretty sweet, man. So anyway, so today actually I recorded some video, and the video was just, so I did outdoor workout today. I'm not on 75 hard at the moment. However, I think I have 9 days until I can start. Let's check. According to the app, it says I've got 8 days. So it's next Monday I can start phase 2 if I wanted. And am I going to do that? I don't know if I'm going to start on that day, but I do have the ability to do so. So we'll see. But anyway, I was recording some videos outside when I was doing, it was 20 minutes. So I walked to a spot that I know was a mile. So it was about 17 minutes. And then I ran home from that spot. So about a 27-minute workout. And felt good, dude. I think I'm getting runner's high. I think that's what it's called when you go running and you just get a flood of dopamine. Dude, I fucking love it. I love it. I want to run always now, But anyway, so I was recording this video. Recorded 4 of them. And so today I actually failed on year 95. There's a task that I realized that I didn't complete. So, failed. And here's the thing. So I was actually contemplating just taking that out of the program altogether, one of the tasks, changing it up completely. And, it's my program. I made the fucking thing, so I can remove it or change it or, I could do that. But so I was fighting myself on that for some reason. I mean, now that I've got clarity of mind, it's silly that I even tried to justify it, but I was fighting myself on it, and I was going back and forth of, should I just take it out, And then I was like, you know what, dude, I gotta own my shit here. It's exactly what 75 hard taught me. I mean, I even failed phase 1 and had to restart on day 1 from 25 of 30. I was 5 days away from complete the program, and I didn't drink my water. And well, I don't know if I didn't drink my water. So because I don't know, I can't complete the program with a clear conscience, and therefore I just won't ever know if I completed it. So I chose right then and there to fail myself and to start over. And that's exactly what I did. So I started over, and then I completed the program a month later. And so now I could say that I completed phase 1 with a clear conscience, and I did everything correctly. And hell yeah. So with today failing one of the days of year 95, which, in case you don't know, means I have to complete 347 days of the year with perfect execution, hence the name 95, year 95, because 95% execution rate if I complete 347 days. So it means 18 days out of the year I can fuck off if I wanted to. So if I go on vacation or if I want to just have a night where I'm just, whatever. But anyway, so I was really down in the dumps about that. I was beating myself up about it. I wanted to go 100% if I could, but that's not going to happen anymore. So, but instead of trying to change the rules and trying to whatever, I just owned the shit, dude. I said, okay, here we go. This is a chance for me to practice it. This is an opportunity for me to practice integrity. It's an opportunity for me to practice owning my shit. It's an opportunity for me to own my shit, etc. So that's what I did. And even after I did that, I still felt down in the dumps. So I was doing that downward spiral, or mentally I was like, man, I failed this, I'm going to fail that. Probably going to fail business too. I probably shouldn't even try. Probably shouldn't even attempt it. I'm just going to bag the whole idea. Fuck this. I'm only going to have one product probably for a year. That's so dumb. It's not going to grow. And I just kept going through this whole thing in my head. And I was like, hey, you know what? Fuck this, dude. We're just gonna complete some tasks. And that's what I did. So I got up and I started stretching. Did that for 10 minutes. And then I practiced my gratitudes for, I think it was about 10 minutes or so. And then after that, I think I went and ate a meal, so I got my calories and macros closer to where they needed to be. And I think I came back in my room, and then, what did I do? Oh, and then I changed my clothes and got ready to go from outdoor, or to go do a workout. There's something going on in my nose, dude. It's like squeaking. So it's weird. I don't know if you can hear that on audio, but yeah, I went out and ran. Dude, I can't tell you how much of a game changer that was for my mental state. Because I was down in the dumps, and all it took was for me to execute on some tasks to get back on the momentum of completing all my shit. And then mid-run, when I was coming back home, I just couldn't help but think of how simple that was for me to get out of that dumpster fire of a mentality right there. Because I was just down, just beating myself up. I was like, man, fuck all this. I'm just going to quit, Failed one day, just bag the whole thing, which is such a horrible justification, 150 days into everything, and I failed one day on a program that I made, so I want to bag everything? That's so silly. And so it's funny that you can, when you have a clear frame of mind, you can go back and look at things and realize that you were just having a bad day, just a little bad hour or two. So... But it's all it took, man. All it took was for me to get some tasks done and go out and do my workout. And then remember that it's okay to mess up. It's not okay it's okay to fall down. It's not okay to stay down. You got to get back up and keep going. So it was just a very great reminder or an opportunity to practice getting back up after I get knocked down, Because I've been put on a little bit of a hot streak. I've been kicking ass, so I haven't been falling down. But, yeah, it was much needed. And I don't know if you can tell, but I am actually laying down in my bed. It's 11:24 p.m. Yeah, 11:24. Usually I'd be waking up in 2 hours from now. But I don't have work tomorrow, so that's pretty cool. And I actually forgot that I didn't record the show up until about 8 minutes ago. Because I was looking at my tasks for the day, because I rearranged them. And to group everything part of year 95 together, and everything that's not part of year 95 just kind of separate it. So, oh shit, oh god damn it, tired as fuck. And so, totally didn't see that I hadn't recorded the show yet. And again, I had that thought, that feeling of we'll just not do it. Not even part of year 95. Who gives a fuck? But then I thought again, no, dude, I committed to 100. I have to see 100 through. I have to. I committed to it. And imagine failing on a 100-day thing on day of 87. I think it's episode 87. Yep. Already talked about that for the first little bit of the show, and I already forgot. And so here I am, laying in bed still, recording a fucking show. And now I'm actually laying on my pillow. So imagine me falling asleep. The podcast episode's 5 days long or something like that. That's crazy. But, I was just thinking about that because all it took for me to get out of that negative headspace was to just start executing on something, to get something done. And it really only took about 45 minutes. I practiced gratitude and stretching. It was about 20 minutes. And then go outside and run, come back home, and then just kind of realize, it took about a half hour. It happened mid-run, so. Fuck. Tired. So to think that's all it took, that's a really cool feeling. A really great reminder, and it was a really great moment of growth for me to know that that's all it takes, When you get knocked down and you feel like shit, you just start executing on something. Just start working towards something. It'll get your mind off it. You'll see that you're making progress again, and you won't even think about it. And that's exactly what happened today. I haven't thought about my failure for the day ever since. So, and I don't know if you can tell by the tone of my voice, but yeah, like I'm all right. I'm feeling all right. So, Anyway, so we've completed 13 days out of 14 at the moment, because today is January 14th, 2024. So I think that would put us at approximately 93% or something like that. I'm not sure, but 94, 90, 92? I don't know, can't do the math in my head, but or is it lower? No. Call this the yawning episode. Holy shit. But anyway, that's kind of what happened today. Other thing that happened was I actually slept in. So, well, that's the other thing. So it's 11:30 at night right now. You know, I'm still awake. That's, for one, that's incredible. But I did wake up super late today. That's because I went to bed late last night. That's because I went to that Jazz-Laker game. And the Lakers lost, so that sucks, but it is what it is. So went to bed late. Afterward, went to bed at like 2 last night a.m., which is when I wake up today. That's so weird to think. And so went to bed late, woke up late as a result, but I did get my 8 hours of sleep, and I feel incredibly rested. And so that's just further belief, further proof that I need to get better sleep. Deeper sleep, longer sleep, whatever. And I think what I need to do, and it's kind of an ego shot because I've been taking pride in the fact that I wake up so early. But, you know, we gotta be realistic here. We gotta be honest with ourselves. If me getting up that early is just not something that's benefiting me for the entire day, that's probably something I shouldn't necessarily do. Benefits me in the morning because it gives me time to wake up and do something before work. And I read and stretch, practice gratitude, take an ice bath, and then I shower. It gives me the time to do that in the morning. But at the expense of my energy later in the day when I'm trying to execute on my power list. See, I don't know if that's worth it. I don't think that's a good trade-off. I think what I need to do, instead of waking up at 2, is wake up at maybe 3:30, which would allow me to go to bed at 8:30 and still get 7 hours of sleep. Or 8 and get 7.5, which is closer to ideal. So we'll go to bed at 8 now, wake up at 3:30, and then that kind of forces me to go from bed to get some kind of stretching to the ice bath, or just directly to the ice bath, and then go shower. But again, that's another level because I've been waking up. It's funny how that's evolved because it started taking an ice bath 55 degrees in my basement in the middle of the day for 2 minutes. And it's quickly evolved into 39 degrees for 5 minutes. Now in the mornings, which is a huge level up for me. But if it's about to be first thing out of bed, 3:30 a.m., that's nuts, dude. That's boss status, I think. And I'm not there yet, but I guess I'm going to have to be here soon. So honestly, I'd probably do an ice bath after work, but that would be after the gym. And I'm not trying to stunt gains in strength and size, so I guess as a result, what I'll be doing is ice bath in the morning. And it's a great opportunity, man, for me to practice discipline, because I do not want to do that. I mean, I just don't. There's nothing about that I want to do at all. So, I don't know, man. We'll get there. But I think waking up maybe 3:15, who knows, 3:20, and then force myself out of bed, stretch, and then hit the ice bath. I don't know. Because then that would mean I'd have to read after work, which is fine, but it would give me... Because in the morning I do drag my feet a little bit because I'm so tired. But, you know, perhaps if I slept better... It's a whole cycle, man. And you can tell where I'm going with this, but... The whole cycle. And I'm just trying to figure out the best routine for myself and figure out what's going to work for me. And like I said, it's quite an ego shot to the ego to think that I'm not going to be waking up that early anymore. But, it's not, you can't feed the ego on this shit, man. You can't worry about trying to be a certain way if being that certain way is not conducive to your goals. And so me waking up at 2 makes you feel like a badass for sure, but if it's making me not execute like a badass, then it's probably not a good call. So I think I need to change that up. Also, just want to point out real quick, and I'm going to talk about this one more time, but I didn't want to do the show tonight because I forgot, and it was late, and I was ready to go to bed. All my shit's done for the day. I got in bed knowing I was going to go to bed, but then I saw I had to do the show. And let me just say, dude, executing when you don't want to execute, just starting, just going now, that's it. That's the key. Because as I say this right now, I only have 4 minutes left of the show that I have to do. Everything else after that is extra credit. It's not part of the rules and the requirements that I made for myself. And rather than sitting there in my bed, just trying to figure out some kind of excuse or bitch and moan, figure out how I can make or skip the episode or do something, or rather than taking 16 minutes to figure that out, I took the 16 minutes and started executing. And now at the time of right now, this recording, it's 16 minutes, 37 seconds. So that means I only have 3.5 more minutes. So I'm proud of myself for that too. And then here's the other thing, man. So I'm noticing all of these wins that I'm getting, all these, just wins. All these wins that I'm getting, but I'm only aware of them because I have that frame of mind that I'm looking for the good. I'm looking for something that I can take pride in or something that I can grow from. But if I didn't have that state of mind or that mentality, then I'd probably just see all this as just an inconvenience, or why the fuck am I doing this? It doesn't make sense. I don't even have any listeners, And so, crazy. I also came across this video from Alex Hormozy, and he said that he didn't have X amount of listeners. It took him 6 years to get to the top 10 chart with his podcast or something like that. And when he started, he just committed to the process, not even really desiring any kind of number or gain or financial anything from it. He just started because that was part of what he wanted to do. And I came across this video not too long ago, I think 2 days ago. And it's cool to see, I've already talked about this really early on, but it's cool to see people that you look up to who are leaps and bounds beyond where you want to be say something that you already have found to be true, or say something that you have already kind of invested in or whatever. And it's cool, man. It's a really good feeling when you come to the conclusion yourself on a certain matter. Like, for example, I've already committed to the fact that, and it's kind of like philosophy at this point now, that waiting for any kind of day to start anything is just stupid. And so I've kind of pledged that if I want to do something, I'm just going to start. And if that means it's a Tuesday afternoon at 6:47 p.m., then so be it. I'm not going to wait till next Monday because it's the first day in a group of 7 days that we've bundled together. I don't even want to get into that whole spiel, but it's cool, man, to think and have my own beliefs and opinions, but have them also share the same, or we have something in common as far as those beliefs go. It's really cool. So I was watching that video and he said that and I went, holy shit. And it's just it's almost like reassuring to think that, okay, I really am on the right path because they thought this, they did this, you name it. And I'm also doing something similar. So it's a great reminder. But with that being said, guys, the show is coming to an end here. I am really trying to go to bed. I'm falling asleep. My eyes are closing as I'm recording this. I'm laying down. And of course I could sit up and get on my computer and get the mic out. But it's a little bit easier this way because as soon as I'm done talking here, the show ends. And that's episode 87. So, but for half-assing, or not half-assing, but for laying in bed, the entire episode, I did have a lot of things I wanted to talk about, and I feel like I addressed them all. So with that being said, that's episode 87 of the bq.POV Daily Podcast Show. So I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.